This is Luke Paulson, the Catholic Conservative, and welcome to the News of the Week for August 28th, 2021. Afghanistan has fallen to the Taliban, and the withdrawal was a nightmare. There are no two ways about it. However, now we need to figure out what caused this mess, and it all comes from a regular Benedict Arnold during the Obama administration. Bergdahl betrayed our country by defection. Obama authorized a prisoner swap, and we released a terrorist to get a traitor back. This same terrorist helped mastermind the takeover of Afghanistan. However, Obama will never be blamed for his part in providing military hardware to the Taliban, which they will probably sell to Russia and China. The Taliban is holding press conferences as the official government in Afghanistan. They were asked about human rights violations and responded with this gem.
This question should be asked to those people who are claiming to be promoters of freedom of speech, who do not allow publication of all information. I can ask Facebook company. This question should be asked to them.
While that is true, there is a bigger problem here. Taliban spokespersons are allowed on the platform, but Donald Trump was removed from the platform. I have yet to see one good reason why his account was removed. After all, he told the mostly peaceful protesters to remain peaceful, despite infiltration by the deep state. During the 2016 election, the nations of the world begged us not to elect Donald Trump. And during the 2020 election, we were told that the nations of the world would respect us if we elected Joe Biden. The truth is, now the world does not respect us in the least. In fact, Canada made a call to Hillary Clinton concerning the situation in Afghanistan. Lest you doubt me.
I also spoke last night with former U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, who shares our concern for Afghan women and girls. She welcomed our efforts and urged Canada to continue our work. Governments, international organizations, and civil society must continue to work together to support women and girls in Afghanistan. The Afghan people need the world to stand with them, and that is what Canada will continue to do.
Across the pond, the British are fighting to get their forces and civilians out amid all of this chaos. Their parliament universally wants Biden held in contempt for how he botched the situation. Granted, they are also blaming President Trump for some reason.
And it didn't have to happen. All he had to do is leave the soldiers there until everything's out. Our citizens, our weapons. Then you bomb the hell out of the bases. We have 5 bases. And you say, bye-bye.
Just because Biden decided to act in a way that would leave civilians and weapons behind does not mean that President Trump had anything to do with it. The entire media industrial complex has turned on Biden, and the rest of the world considers us a laughingstock. It is no secret that the porn industry harms and exploits women in the pursuit of profits. The company OnlyFans has decided to remove anything of this persuasion from their site and ban it. This is a huge step, and hopefully other platforms will follow suit. However, Silicon Valley is more concerned with limiting conservative speech than taking this exploitative trash off of their platforms. Several banking institutions have stood their ground and will be pulling support if OnlyFans allows any of this immoral content. If the banking institutions and social media stood up against this exploitation, the entire industry would dry up tomorrow. This is for all parents and guardians. Be very careful about letting your child onto the internet. There's no limit to what they will find. The father of James Younger has lost a major court battle. His witch of an ex-wife now has full custody of their son, and all of his visits will be supervised by the court. The one glimmer of hope is that he has veto power on any hormone blockers. We literally have a father that lost in court and is legally mandated to have his son wear dresses. I want to look for Rod Sterling, because this cannot be reality. This immoral nonsense has been growing and getting worse every year, and it is going to get even worse if we do not stand up. An informant within the FBI has come forward with a startling revelation. There's a loophole that allows undocumented felons to take charge of minors. These people come across the border and are asked if they believe their life is at risk if they are sent back. Most will answer no, but suddenly say yes a week later. This expedites the process, and based on the honor system, means that they will be able to care for minors that come over the border. This is a human trafficker's dream come true. This is one more reason why I'm so happy that the Supreme Court has ordered Biden to reinstate the Remain in Mexico policy. This dictates that the person remain in Mexico until all of the paperwork is completed. Not only do the sex traffickers and gang members not get through, we honestly should not have to house any illegals. I guess AOC will have to fake cry somewhere else. The debacle in Afghanistan had nothing whatsoever to do with bad intelligence. It has everything to do with how poorly everything was executed.
And it didn't have to happen. All he had to do is leave the soldiers there until everything's out. Our citizens, our weapons. Then you bomb the hell out of the bases. We have 5 bases. And you say, bye-bye.
The fall of that country was inevitable. It was never a matter of if the country would fall apart, but when. We should have gotten American citizens out first. Then, if there was time, get allies out if they want to leave. But we have no obligation to bring them to the United States. Once they are out, then get the hardware and our troops. We cannot bring a flood of Afghan refugees here because we cannot even fully deal with our own people. We have homeless veterans out on the streets that are not getting all of the care that they need. Ever since the narrative of January 6th being scary to the snowflake cops fell apart, the media has been scrambling to salvage the narrative. There is no evidence whatsoever that there was large-scale collusion by any private citizen or by President Trump. This is the same group of people that are more concerned about their truth than the truth. Federal officials want some of the people who were involved in the mostly peaceful protest to be put back into jail, while they are still arresting new people, like Owen Schroyer, co-host of InfoWars. Despite never entering the building, he was arrested and his GoFundMe was taken down. I guess you have to burn down a Macy's to get money from Democrats to bail you out. Texas has been behind the times for far too long by not allowing concealed carry without a permit. We are joining 20 other states that already have this policy in place. I really do not see what part of make no law the gun grabbers do not understand. One thing that is absolutely vital for the Marxist takeover is that the population be unarmed. With concealed carry, it will be harder for the statists to take control. They keep trying to take control, and we cannot give them an inch. Maybe I'm just blowing smoke. Maybe I'm completely off my rocker, but that is just my opinion. And if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also please consider following me on social media.